All right. Talking about type 2 diabetes and modeling success. Paul Bowman from Fix Your Diabetes here. Again, talking about type 2 diabetes and modeling success. So, you watched yesterday's video. Basically, I hope that wasn't too much of a tangent for people, but I really wanted to purposely go on those tangents to make a point that basically in any area, what people do typically is rather ineffective and often doing themselves harm. In the diabetes world, that would be most people are doing something like low carb and metformin, something like that. And when you look at the long-term results of that, it's horrible. So what most people are doing for treatment and managing their diabetes, the long-term results are horrible. Um, some people do stay strict on their carbohydrate restriction, do lower their numbers for a while, but they're lowering their blood glucose numbers. They're not really fixing their metabolic issue, if you understand that. So going into that a little bit. So think about it. If you have diabetes, you have a metabolic issue, you do not metabolize carbohydrates well. So many people think the answer to that is let's take carbohydrates out of the picture. Well, if you're not good at metabolizing and processing carbs and you take them out of the picture, you don't get better at it, you get worse at it. And it shows in the science and it shows in the data that is a short-term benefit, but definitely long-term things just get worse. So that is not the solution. So again, in any area, most people are doing something ineffective, but there are your 1%ers, your 5%ers that are getting amazing results. In diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, that means there are people that are completely reversing their diabetes. They're no longer diabetic. They no longer have metabolic issues. They reduce all the risks of all those complications and pitfalls of type 2 diabetes. And so what does that mean? What are those people doing? They are really fixing their nutrition. There's other things, but the biggest thing they're doing is fixing their nutrition. So they are balancing their nutrition and they are filling in the gaps in their nutrition deficits specific to them and their diabetes. And if you don't know what that is, definitely I would encourage you to work with somebody like myself who does know what that is. And yes, I'm promoting myself as a coach and promoting Fix Your Diabetes. And because it matters, because I see people all the time that are struggling for a year, 5 years, 10 years, and they're getting nowhere fast. They're just getting worse and worse and worse. Listening to many of my coaches over the years, but I just listened to another one talk about coaching and that idea. Like, okay, sure, in any given area, you can try and you want to be successful in any given area. Sure, you could go to the school of hard knocks, as many of us do, and try to figure it out and try to figure it out. And most end up figuratively, hopefully not literally, banging our head against the wall. And it takes 5, 10 years to figure out if we figure it out at all. Versus, hey, a coach who is successful in that area, who has done all the schooling, has done all the work, has all the experience, has the success, knows what they're doing, and wow, you can eliminate 1, 5, 10 years of struggle. And if you've already done that, then hey, you can eliminate another 5, 10 years of struggle. So if you would like to sit down with me and talk about what that would look like, what would it look like to work with me and to really, for you as a diabetic, you as an individual, because the reality is, yeah, you could eat a lot better, and some people do really well with that, but really, do you know what your deficiencies are based on what your nutrition is, based on having diabetes? So definitely sit down and talk about, hey, what would that look like to balance out my nutrition and really figure out what my diabetes deficiencies are in nutrition. So again, avoid the struggle and go to fixyourdiabetes.com, apply today. I'll get back to you within 24 hours. And if you're fit, we'll sit down and have that conversation and explore where you are with your diabetes and what it would take to reverse your diabetes. See you soon.